everyone, and welcome back to another consignment update here at Gardiner Houlgate Auction Rooms in Corsham, Wiltshire, UK. My name is Luke Hobbs, the auctioneer and head of department here. For those of you who don't know already and already subscribe, talking of subscribers, we're on a drive to get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. We're just over 9,100, which is 100 more than we were last week, so hopefully we can get there. So we do really appreciate you all watching these videos. So if you haven't already and you do like our videos, hit the subscribe button. If you're here for the first time, then wait till the end and see whether you like this content. But we really do appreciate the subs. It helps us keep doing these videos of the consignments that we've got coming in for our auctions. Hit the like button. It helps the algorithm show this video to like-minded people. If you see this video at under 500 likes, just give that like button a little tickle. It all really does help. And of course hit the bell icon as well, because that will keep you updated with future video uploads. Of course, as we're going through and showing you guitars in this video, comment on what you do like, what you don't like, any suggestions. I am going to just quickly address something though before we start. It is just me today, so it's going to be a very much static camera thing that we have had to do once before. There is a reason for us doing this. Chris is here and he's busy working in the background. I think you might actually see him floating around in the background occasionally, but there's a reason that we're having to do it this way this week. But we will not bore you with that. But anyway, static video. Chris will be back in a future video wielding the camera and throwing me my usual rubbish jokes. There he is in the background, just giving a shout out. So yeah, Chris will be back. Just busy times at the moment and various other reasons. So yeah, you will have to. Hopefully you will still be amused even without Chris's delightful jokes being thrown my way. But the video today is focusing on Lefty guitars. So this is the auction from the 2nd to the 5th of December. If you're a right-handed player, there's nothing for you here. So we're giving the lefties a chance. So I think we've got just possibly around 20 guitars in this video. So for those lefties who are always saying, oh, it's such a shame your auctions never have lefty guitars, you have no excuses. We have a great collection of lefty guitars this time and some really nice high-end ones as well. A few sort of mid-range, middle-range instruments as well. So there's something for everyone. So please do check out the catalogue. If you are a lefty, now is your chance. We got some really, really nice pieces in this sale. If you are after lefty guitars, I'm sure that's the reason why you're here, unless you just like looking at any guitars anyway. If you are a right-handed player, go back to last week's video, because that video does start with around 4 or 5 lefty guitars that we had in before this consignment arrived this week. So this is lefty only. It's all pretty much one collection, bar 2 guitars at the end that have come from other sources. I hope you like this video, and as I said, do comment on what you like, what you don't like. I'm sure that, or hopefully there'll be a lot of lefties commenting saying that you like everything and you want everything, but I'm sure there will be some things that you won't often find. There's certainly some rare pieces amongst this collection. So thanks for watching. Auction's taking place 2nd to the 5th of December 2025, and let's take a look at what we've got. So just before we begin with this guitar in my lap, I will point out, even though we are going with this solo format, in terms of getting close in on condition, these are all pretty much in excellent to near mint conditions. There's not really any flaws we need to point out, which does make this a lot easier with this single owner collection of left-handed guitars. But we are starting with this 2000 Tele 414 CE acoustic guitar, electroacoustic guitar. It's sort of a good mid to upper range acoustic offering from Tele guitars. And as you can see, it is in fine condition, spruce top with the cutaway, rosewood back and sides, got the ebony fretboard, and all the typical Tele appointments. So there we go, 2000 Tele 414 CE. And in here we have a 2001 Brian Moore Custom Guitars MC90P. very high-end guitar, luthier based in the US, and as you can see, it reminds me of well, almost Patrick Eggle-esque, the UK builder, English builder, but I can't tell you how alien it feels holding guitars the other way round. I'm not going to say wrong way up, because they're not necessarily, are they? They're not for a left-handed player. But as you can see, another stunning high-quality guitar. We've got this deep quilted maple top, got this mahogany back, and we've got this Wilkinson trem system. So it's all good kit. Seymour Duncan pickups in the bridge and neck position. Indian rosewood fretboard. We've got this stylised headstock, which all Brian Moore guitars have, and as it says on the back, made in New York, 2001. Yeah, as I said, like with all of these, they're all in absolutely fantastic condition, and comes with its original hard case as well. And in this case here, we have a PRS, another fine looking guitar. This one from 1999. This is a PRS McCarty model. There we go. Very much this amber or honeyburst figured top, with the usual controlling, volume, tone, and the freeway switch. Nice and simple. Very Les Paul-esque, but of course Ted McCarty, that the model is after, was very much involved with the design of this guitar. So like I said, from 1999. Comes with the birds in flight position markers on the rosewood fretboard. Indian rosewood on these ones, as PRS guitars went to then. They do obviously still use Brazilian rosewood occasionally, but for much higher end models. Then the typical stock pickups. Bit of tarnishing to the hardware, but otherwise very, very good. Nothing structural with the guitar, no dings or marks to note. So if you are a lefty and you are after a very good PRS guitar, or particularly a McCarty, look no further. This one is quite exciting, and I guess some could say a little bit niche, but here we go. So we don't get many of these at all. This is a Wal bass, W-A-L. Not everyone will have heard of the brand, but very well regarded English maker of basses, and very collectible and valuable these days. I think we have only ever had two, one which was in quite a messed around state, and another one that was yeah, a little bit ropey, albeit original. But anyway, this is a Wal Mark III bass from 1989. Now, I say a little bit niche. I guess we're in the bass market, we're also left-handed, it's also fretless. But I'm sure we will find a left-handed bassist who is desperate for one of these. There can't be that many, mostly all custom order jobs. Like I said, it is from 1989, and the condition is just absolutely staggering, really, considering I said it was fretless, but fear not, because we also have a fretted neck. So interchangeable, so if you want to swap them over, then you can do, but you will see, you might be able to make out on the neck there, it does say August 89. So it is accurately dated by both serial number and the neck markings. So it is 5-string as well, but it's got all the high-end appointments as you'd expect from a Wal bass. In terms of construction, we've got the bird's eye walnut top and back. We've got this mahogany core, or certainly looks like mahogany, and then we've got this 5-piece maple and other neck, and both necks are basically the same spec. But yeah, what a lovely instrument, and this thing understandably sounds absolutely huge. So what will we get for something like this? Probably I'd expect to get in excess of 5,000. So it's going in with a pre-sale estimate of 5,000 to 8,000. They can get to that top estimate. Like I said, they are rare, they are collectible, they are never usually available on the market in high numbers. But there we go, a 1989 Wal Mk 3 fretless and fretted bass guitar. And next up, we have a couple of Gibsons in the collection. I'm just reading the serial number just to remind myself, from 2001. This is a Gibson SG Special. Once again, fantastic condition. You can even see it's got the clear film still intact on the guard. There's not a mark on this guitar that I can see. But yeah, 2001 Special. So sort of at the lower price level, because that's what they were intended to be. I guess hammer price wise, these come in at about £500 to £600. Obviously there is the buyer's premium on top, but this comes in the sort of normal gloss cherry finished mahogany body, and we've got the unbound rosewood board neck with the dot position markers rather than the usual bound neck with crowns that you see on the standard, and the open pickups as well. I do like these pickups a lot. I've got a Flying V with these pickups in, which I think I said in the last video, with a similar Gibson with some open pickups. But as you can see, in stunning condition, also comes with its original Gibson gig bag. Another very nice acoustic from Lowden Guitars, Northern Ireland. I think over time they have been between Ireland and Northern Ireland, but George Lowden, and this is the S23 Custom. So it's a smaller bodied acoustic. This dates from 1993, and again it's in stunning condition. Comes with its Hiscox hard case, which would have been original to the guitar, I'm sure, although it's not a branded one, but I'm sure it is the one that came with the guitar. But what can I say about this? Well, we have walnut back and sides. It does look very mahogany actually, but there is that walnut grain in. That was a feature of this model. The usual mahogany neck, and then we've got this not spruce, cedar top on this one, with the ebony board. Comes with the usual George Lowden signed green oval label. I'm not sure if you can make that out there, but another great guitar, all good to go, great condition. No sound bites, as I cannot play that way round. I could Eric Gales it, but I'm not quite that good. But there we go. So there we go, 1993 Lowden S23 Custom. So we really are spoiling you in this video, I think, and we've got a run of 3 John Suhr guitars to come up now. So the first of which, and these are all again in stunning condition, immaculate, and they even got their fret protectors on there, fretboard protectors, keep the frets and things nice and fresh. But here's the first of the 3, very much the Strat style, and I do have the spec sheet to tell us exactly what it is, so I don't have to go from memory. So this is a 2005 Suhr Classic Chambered Lefty. So we've got this black finished older body, and then we've got this sort of medium C profile neck, and obviously maple, solid maple as well. And then we've got these DiMarzio pickups installed as well. Now I'll have a look and see what DiMarzios they are. So in the bridge we have the SDS1, and in the middle we have the FS1, and in the neck position we have the Class of 55. But it all comes with quality hardware as well, as you'd expect from John Suhr guitars, but it is basically in as new condition. So that is the first of 3 John Suhr guitars. Let's have a look at the others. So next up we have a T-type. There we go. Again, absolutely incredible condition. This is a nice lightweight guitar as well, chambered like the other one. Take the fretboard protector off. There we go. So we've got this really nice honey burst quilted top, and I'm just going to grab the spec sheet. It will tell me all about it. 2003 this one, and this is known as a classic T chambered. So we do have this swamp ash body with this quilted maple top, and we've got this maple neck as well, bird's eye maple neck as well. So you know, nice figuring in both the fretboard and the neck, and yeah, in really good condition. Comes with the original case, as you can see to my side. I'm just going to have a look and see Other specs, what else can I tell you about this guitar? So we have, I think the most important is what pickups. Well, they are P90s, and they're cool, according to the spec sheet, virtual P90s. And the profile apparently on the neck is even C slim, which I would agree with. It is quite a slim neck. So another John Suhr classic chambered Lefty, fantastic instrument. So if you are after a stacked P90 Tele kind of vibe, high quality, high end guitar, look no further. And the last of the John Suhr guitars, we've got another classic chambered Lefty, S-type, and yes, again, a really nice guitar, cherry sunburst, swamp ash body on this one, and then we got the very typical C-profiled maple neck. On this one we actually have an African rosewood fretboard, so giving those dark chocolate Brazilian rosewood type vibes with the clay dot inlays, so very sort of early 60s looking. Yeah, again, another guitar in fantastic condition, and the pickups on this one apparently are JST V60 single coils and a JST DSV plus humbucker. And then with a 5-way switch as you'd want really. So there we go, a 2007 John Suhr classic Lefty. Again, something that not many of you will have seen. It's the first we've had, although I've been aware of them. So this is a Stevens extended cutaway T guitar, and it's got this patented neck design, as you can see on the back. There we go, so it gives you extended range right up to the top. Interesting concept. It's an incredibly lightweight guitar, and it does actually look like an ash body, but it is incredibly lightweight. Must have some chambering in some way, yeah, another good quality instrument, interesting concept, and it probably won't break the bank. I'd imagine mid-hundreds would be sensible for it, but got this P90 pickup in the neck position and sort of a standard Tele type pickup in the bridge position. But there we go, a Stevens extended cutaway US made guitar, comes with its original case. And I'm not sure if you have heard, but rumour has it that G&L guitars are ceasing or being bought out. I haven't actually read the full story, but I've been told on the grapevine anyway that Fender are going to acquire them, as we'd expect. Anyway, they have the association with Fender. For those of you who didn't know, George and Leo, of course, George Fullerton and Leo Fender, founding the company after Fender and Music Man and all that kind of thing. But in here, yeah, so maybe a good investment, who knows. But in here we do have a G&L ASAT Classic, so they're Tele, they're equivalent of the Tele basically, and this is the Bluesboy, so it has the humbucker in the neck position, very a la Keith Richards, but this comes in the blue finish, very yeah, as it should maybe for a Bluesboy. Not that that is the reason why it's called that, but anyway, sky blue finish. This dates from around 2003. Comes with all of its tags still intact on the guitar. There is a bit of tarnishing on the frets on this one, so that's the only real condition issue to note. That can easily be cleaned off. Yeah, fantastic condition. We think it's going to make £600 to £800. That's what they usually make in the auction. I guess £700 hammer on average. But maybe the price of these original G&Ls will go up. Who knows? But yeah, like I said, fantastic condition. 2003 G&L ASAT Classic Bluesboy. So continuing with the theme from before, if you want the Thinline version, then there you have it. This one's from 2004. This is the ASAT Classic Bluesboy Thinline. So we've just got this cutaway here, very much like the Fender guitars. and again in the same colour finish, so you can have both if you fancy the solid and the hollow body. And then this one is a little Brucey bonus. We have a Southpaw Guitars t-shirt, a well-known store in America. I don't believe they're still going, but they were suppliers of all the best left-handed guitars you could get in the States, and quite possibly, I'd imagine, is where this guitar came from, and possibly quite a few of the others, but there we go. 2004 G&L ASAT Classic Thinline. You can probably tell already by the case beside me, I'm going to show you a Rickenbacker, again a Lefty. So this one is from 1997 and in incredible condition. So this is a 360-12, and not really, again, a mark on it. All the hardware's all nice and bright and shiny still, even the fret's in good shape. Comes with its original case in the jet glow finish, black finish, and yeah, not a lot else to say. 360-12 Lefty from 1997, Hugh Manson guitar, in Lefty form. You can get a custom Telecaster, again another lightweight guitar. This has got a quilted sort of translucent green black finish, the usual Tele spec, this really nice slim bird's eye maple neck, and yeah, again just in immaculate condition. Comes with its original branded Hiscox case, three-way switch, and the controls there for the pickups for volume and tone. Graphite saddles, just another high quality guitar. It looks like, judging, or from what I can see through of the grains through the finish, it looks like an alder body, so black gloss finished back on the alder body with that quilted maple top. So another stunning guitar, Hugh Manson made in England, down in the Devon area. Telecaster Custom. I have another Gibson for you. Once I get all the catches. So here we have a Doublecut gold top. There we go, and this is from the year 2004. It's a gold top finished guitar of the 2P90s, and as you can see, classic on the headstock there. And again, really good condition. What you can often get with the Gibson guitars are these very light stress lacquers. Not really stress lacquers, but just typical finish lacquer checking. But there are a few of them, as you might be able to make out on the top. But really good condition, again, like the rest of them. Slight bit of tarnishing to the frets on this one again. And you see the crown position markers have that very yellow rather than bright white look. Not sure what the deal with that was, whether it was a different material or just what they went for with this gold topped instrument. But comes with its original case, and yeah, another fine condition Lefty for you. And so now we are going to have a look at some acoustic guitars. And this is a model that we don't see that often. I think I may have only ever sold one other of this model, but in the right-handed format. This is the EC20 Starburst. And I think you can probably see why it gets its name, with the star position markers down the rosewood board, but very much with the, I guess, a slightly shrunken down J200 kind of shape on this instrument with the cutaway. Comes with onboard electrics, which are all working well. That's sort of Gibson's own branded system there. As you can see, we've got this little dehumidifier in the sound hole there just to keep it nice and fresh. But all in good condition. Comes with its original case. And yeah, that is the EC20 Starburst, and this will be a late 90s guitar, I think, yeah, 1998. And I thought we were going to go on to a run of acoustics, but actually I do have another electric to show you here. There are some more acoustics to come, and this is a Gretsch Anniversary in the two-tone green, classic 60s look. This iconic guitar from the 1960s, although this is a modern reissue, I should add, from 1996, I believe. I'm just going to check the serial number. Yep, 1996, and this is a 6118 LE, and the L referring to it being a left-handed example. So it comes in this two-tone green finish with the classic Gretsch pickups there, and the Bigsby trem, the Gretsch Bigsby trem, the anniversary badge to headstock as the originals had, but made in Japan, as all Gretsch electric guitars have been since 1990, apart from the Stephen Stern master-built guitars, which are absolutely incredible instruments, as are these. So there we go, 1996 Gretsch anniversary in the two-tone green. Now we are having a look at acoustics, get all the captures again, and this is probably the pick of the bunch, or from my point of view, I think, because I really do love these acoustics. We had a right-handed of this model in the last cell. This is a D-41. I've just said that, I'm just going to make sure it definitely is. Yep, it's a D-41L. So you've got these hex abalone position markers and the abalone banding round the spruce top, and then rosewood back inside, very straight-grained Indian rosewood, but in fine condition with its original case, and 2,500 to 3,500 is the estimate, but this could potentially be a very good buy for a lefty, as I'm sure you won't see many of these come onto the market. So there we go, a Martin D-41 Lefty. And if that Martin that we just saw is going to be a little bit too much for the bank to bear, then we have something in the slightly lower price ranges, more at the, I guess, circa £700 hammer level. We have a 0015, just double check as I'm saying that, yeah, 0015 CF Martin acoustics, are all mahogany, these ones, so nice and simple, smaller bodied, nice fun little armchair guitar for plucking away your blues picking and things like that. But there we go, comes with its original case, CF Martin 0015, all mahogany. So we have finished that single owner collection now, but we do have a couple more Lefty guitars to show you that have come in recently, and this will be a bit of fun for some. An idea which I believe, I mean, maybe they do still make them, I'm not sure. But this is a Lag Tramontane. This is a HyVibe, so it's got all these weird and wonderful effects system built in, but comes with sort of exotic woods as well. And this one's in fantastic condition. Like I said, it isn't from that collection, but it is from another left-handed collector that is selling some guitars with us. Comes with its original case, and yeah, quite good fun for low hundreds. Like I said, with the built-in effects, bit of a concept guitar in some ways with those onboard electronics. But that is the Lag Tramontane HyVibe. And just closing out this video, another guitar from the collector that put in the HyVibe, but he's also put on some other sort of higher value instruments as well. But we're just going to show this one just to end. And I mean, the case alone is a work of art, and there might be some of you who just from the case alone know who this guitar is by. It's not PRS, they do guitars in similar cases. But this guitar is by a luthier called Scott Walker, based in the US, and this thing is just incredible. So open the case. I do love the simplicity of the case. It is just a cutout, exact cutout for the guitar, no case pockets or anything. But I will carefully remove it from its case. There we go. Look at that. So at this stage, I don't have the full specs of this guitar. They will be in the catalogue description. It's only recently just come in, so we're sort of yet to catalogue it. But yeah, Scott Walker custom guitar, spends a lot of time making each individual instrument. There's not going to be a huge selection of the guitars that are left-handed. I believe most of them are custom order, or they possibly are now anyway. But this has this sort of oxidized metal body. I'd imagine it's copper or something like that to be oxidized and textured like that, but it just looks absolutely stunning. Quite nice to hold as well, quite a nice cool feel. And comes with this incredible bird's eye maple neck, the small dot position markers. Comes with a sort of a humbucker size P90 in the neck position, and the bridge pickup as well, 3-way switch. And the components I do like. I mean, just the switch alone, it doesn't click, it just kind of like glides. So very high quality components throughout. Like I said, full spec will become known when in the catalogue description, once I actually start looking into it further. But yeah, Scott Walker guitars, don't miss out on these. Now, having had a look around, it's sort of quite difficult to price these. But I'm led to believe that to get a guitar from Scott Walker, it will cost around $10,000. We've got a pre-sale estimate of $3,000 to $5,000 on this. So it could represent a very good buy for someone who wants a very, well, extremely high quality and probably unique, I would say, guitar from the luthier, and comes with a case that is just absolutely incredible itself. If you are right-handed and you are worried about missing out, usually it is the lefties that miss out. We do have a right-handed Scott Walker in the sale as well, as it happens. Not in this finish. It's a sort of more of a sort of normal wood guitar, but still stunning quality instrument. Similar layout in terms of the pickups and electronics, but we do have another. So there we go, Scott Walker custom guitars, lefty, in this quite stunning finished body. Yeah, don't miss out. So there we go, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed that Lefty special episode for the next auction coming up on the 2nd to the 5th of December. Like I said right at the start of the video, we are getting ever so close to getting to 10,000 subs. We're on, I think we topped 9,100 last week. Yeah, that was 100 more than we had for the previous video. So it sounds like some of you were listening and are helping us out on our drive to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. That would be fantastic. So do please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button to help like-minded individuals find these videos through the algorithm, and hit the bell icon to remind yourself of keep updated with the future videos. Sign up to the mailing list. That's another way to keep up to date with what's going on here. Instagram, Guitar Auctions, or at Guitar Auctions, and Facebook /Guitar Auctions. You'll find us there as well. That is the quickest way to find out what's going on, I would say, because as soon as something exciting comes in, we post about it. So do keep following us on all of those channels. And for those of you who are not into lefty guitars, join us next week when we should be able to show you some more right-handed guitars. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.